how, if I'm sitting on 40, 60, 70, 80 acres out there and I'm interested, how do you actually measure the amount of carbon on that individual, and what they would at the end of the day, what they're probably most important to them is what they're going to get paid on?
Yeah, carbon is measured in numerous ways currently, but really to actually understand the amount of carbon in a tree and biomass, you need to know the species, the height, and the diameter of the tree. Those are the foundational measurements that are needed to actually calculate the live tree biomass, which then you just take half of that to get the amount of carbon in the tree. And so that's just the very raw, rough, easy way to get carbon based on a bunch of existing formulas that exist that compare ratios of it's called allometric equations that help you calculate branch size, trunk size, root size based on a lot of existing research that has been done. So you don't have to measure each individual little part of the tree. That's how you measure the carbon. How we are measuring carbon is by taking those measurements with that proprietary inventory tool that we mentioned, which is a photo-based app that we developed in-house that streamlines the measurement process. So traditional forestry, you go out to plots and you measure trees of certain sizes, collecting all of those measurements within the plots. It's very time consuming. It's a very important way of evaluating a forest. Via our inventory tool, we're able to essentially streamline a lot of that measurement process in proximate to all of the areas where we have our landowners with the local forest technicians that Matt mentioned. Satellites and remote sensing and LiDAR are also capturing biomass measurements currently at not such a finite scale, using all of the existing data that we have just at different levels of granularity. So there are a lot of different ways in which we're measuring carbon currently. That was a kind of a lengthy explanation to that.
It sounds like there's a lot of science that goes into it. That sounds pretty intense.